Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In a previous video I tried out these watercolor paints on a piece of white paper. The paints that I was using were the metallic paint pan set, which are these ones. There's 12 different ones. You can see them here. So that's the ones on the top row. And then these CSY Art Gallery Honey Handmade watercolor paints with no information on them, no colour names or anything, but just a box full of fabulous colours. So today I wanted to see what they look like on black paper, because I've only tried them out on white paper so far. And the white paper is nice, and you can see them shimmering as we go. These ones are much more shimmery than these ones on the white paper. So I thought it'd be interesting to see the contrast between the white paper and the black, and then also the coverage and yeah, just generally how they work. So let's do that immediately, and then we can paint something with them. So I've got this black piece of paper. I've put little dots on them where I'm going to swatch the colours, and we'll start off with the Derwent metallic paint pan set. I'll put that down there. Oh my god, I just nearly knocked the whole bottle of water over. Luckily I didn't. Okay, there's two hazards about having water on the desk. One is that you'll knock it over, which I've done several times, and ruined two keyboards, and ruined two keyboards. And the other is that you'll pick it up and drink it. Either of those are quite likely to happen. Hopefully we'll be able to get through this without knocking it over. This was the gold. It's quite transparent, so on the white paper too, but here I was expecting more coverage. That's interesting. I have a feeling that these paints might be better if you were to put them over something else, because then they'd have the solid background and then they could give their sparkle. Maybe that's how they're meant to be used, because in all my tests so far I found them to be very transparent. This is the pale gold. That looks a bit better than the gold itself, but still quite transparent. Upcoming is the silver. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Well, when it goes first down, although as it dries, it seems to be getting more transparent. Let's try the ice blue next. And then the next one is the blue. I might have to do another video painting them over watercolour or gouache, just to see how that goes. It looks very different if I look at them directly or if I look at them through the screen. They look better on the screen. They look a bit more transparent in the real life. Next one is green. And then we've got, down on the bottom row, lime gold. Yeah, it's just really transparent. Sunset next. Same. I'm quite surprised. I was really expecting a different effect. This one coming up is red. And then pink. Let me know if you use metallic watercolor paints, and if so, how you use them. Do you use them by themselves, just like this, and working with the transparency, or do you put them over something else? Or, because I still haven't found a satisfactory way to use them. I'll keep trying, but that one there, that was the purple, and this one here is the black. I'm actually loving the black because it's the black on the black, so it just gives a bit of a shine to the black paper. But the purple one you can't really see very well at all. So let's take a look at these. bringing them up to the camera makes them look great. They're still a bit wet, so they're shining, but all in all, there's not that much of a punch. Maybe I'm just expecting too much from them. Let's try the second set now and see how that goes. See if we get any better results. Okay, so these don't have any names, but this one is an orangey gold, I would say. Wow, okay, that's way stronger. That's much more like what I was expecting. That's a massive contrast between these and the Derwent ones. Although some of these in a previous video were extremely pale and transparent, so we'll have to see how each one goes as we go along. This is a second goldy one, a lighter gold. Yeah, that's not nearly as punchy as that one, but still much stronger than any of those. This is a third goldy one. That feels like a halfway house between that and that. More coverage than that, and not quite as much as that, but still quite nice. Okay, next up is orange. Pinky that's like a pinky orange. In a previous video, I didn't use enough water with these, so I'm trying to use a bit more. Lovely. Maybe I got too much water. Maybe if I had less water, it would be more, give more coverage. Yeah, so far the only one that is doing what I was expecting is that one. That's still nice though. It's got some nice effects, so you can see the paper coming through. I guess it just depends what you want. This is a pink. Again, quite transparent. Compared to that pink though, it's still much stronger. So these are definitely more punchy than the Derwent ones so far. This is a darker reddy pink. Lovely. Yeah. And then the one next to it is very similar, but just a bit more pink. A dusky. Getting off lots of that leftover paint from my brush. That looks fabulous on camera. God, there's a complete world away. These are way stronger. This one here, this pink here, has been really quite transparent or flaky on the white paper. So let's see how it. It feels better. Feels better on the black. It has quite a brown undertone on the white paper, which you can't really see here on the black, so we get more of the pink shimmer, which is quite nice. Back into another goldy one. More of a pinky gold. That's got lovely coverage. Goes down really nicely as well, really nice and smooth, with not so many gloopy bits as that one and that one. And on the end, a dull gold, which I like a lot. So yeah, there's a huge difference between those. Here we've got a silver. Looks really different to that silver. And next to it is this really delicate kind of, I can't think of the right colour, like a purpley undertone or overtone. Whoa! Oh my God, that's insane. Here it looks whitish with a bluish tone. Here it looks completely bluish with a whitish tone. That's a crazy change. And not remotely like the white one. I'll just bring it in here because that's just wild. Here it is on the white paper. You can just about see the blue tone. And then here on the black paper, completely blue. Fantastic. Next one, I wonder if this is going to do the same thing. This is a pinky, salmony, pale colour with a bit of a green tint to it. Let's see what happens here. Wow, the pinky tint comes out completely. I love that. That's really fun. This one is a browny green. On the white paper it's got real brown undertone with green sparkly bits. So let's see what happens here. Green. And the brown undertone goes away. So interesting. This is a pinky one, dusky pink. Nice coverage, that one. And then we're into the row of greens. I feel like this is going to go blue. It's got blue undertone here in the pan. Okay. Green, not seeing so much of the blue. And then a really pale, icy green. Gorgeous, like a greeny silver. Here we've got a lime green, an icy lime green. Quite true to the colour here on the paper. What a world of difference. And then a goldy green. That's come out quite yellowy green, well, goldy green. And a different limey green, more of a yellowy limey green. Which I feel like I need to get a bit more to get some better coverage. Those look much more true to the colours that we see here in the pan, in the palette. Okay, this one here, I'm excited to see what this does. This is a purpley pinky one here. What's going to come out on the paper? Whoa, blue! Was not expecting that at all. It doesn't look... Actually, yeah, no, it's got some bluey undertones, but I was definitely expecting more of a purple. I love this next colour. This is just gorgeous. This should come out fairly true to what it looks like here. Yep. And then a silvery, slightly pinky one. I'm hoping this comes out pink. Nope, silver. A deep royal purple. Wow. And then a silver, a cold kind of silver. Next up is the black, so it'll be interesting to see how that comes out compared to the other black. Whoa. That feels like much more of a browny black compared to this. This feels much more of a grey black or bluey black. And next up is a kind of bluey silver colour. And then an icy turquoise. And then a blue. That is a gorgeous blue. Wow. There's some really great colours in here for a peacock. Final one is this really lovely turquoise. Okay, so I'm just going to move the water away so I don't knock it over, and then we can compare it with the white, with the white ones. But before I take the water away, look at this. All those shimmery sparkles in it. You could just get lost in that. So here are both the swatch cards. They're too wide to put them both fully on the screen, but we can kind of get an idea just like this. Before I did this swatching out on the black paper, I was thinking the black paper is definitely going to be much better, and there's no way I've been making a huge mistake using them on the white because they're not giving me the effect that I was expecting. But over here on the black, I feel like these Derwent ones are a disaster. They're just not showing up at all in the way that I would hope. And even if you pick up the piece of paper and move it around, it's slightly better, but they're just really dull. These bottom ones, on the other hand, are working very well. They are shimmery and they're quite solid, especially this gold one here, these blue ones down here. Some of them perhaps are a bit more patchy, but on the whole I think they're excellent on the black paper. So I still have to find the best way to use the Derwent ones, and yeah, as I said, I think I'll do a painting either in watercolor or gouache, and then I'll put them over the top and we'll see how that works. Maybe that will be better, but I feel like I would do it on the white paper. But all in all, looking at the two of these, I think the white one is much more successful, and yeah, the black definitely has more of a punch, but I do also really like it on the white. It's more subtle. So either way could be good. What I wanted to try now was a painting on this black paper, just to see how that all works out. I've got this palm tree drawn out here, so I'm going to do it on that. But I'm just thinking it's going to be much more effective if I do it with these. Maybe I'll do the trunk in the Derwent, and I'll do the other ones for the top. And then we'll see what that looks like. I finished using the more sparkly paints for the top part of the tree, and now I'm going to move on to using the Derwent for the trunk. So here's the complete tree, and as you can see, the paper has buckled a little bit. When I went to the art shop, I didn't find any black watercolor paper that was going to be thick enough, so I just found this and used it, but obviously it's not ideal, but that doesn't matter because it's just a trial. So these are the ones, this is where I used the Derwent paints on the trunk, and you can see that this part here, the top part, is much brighter. But I have to say, in these little segments, I find it's much better, the color coverage is much better than here. So maybe the Derwent needs small, compact areas, and I guess I could go over it again, but I won't for now. But that is the comparison. I'm quite pleased with it on the whole. I'm definitely going to try the watercolor painting underneath with the paints on top. But as I said earlier in the video, if you have any tips on using sparkly metallic watercolor paints, do let me know. I'd be really interested to hear. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. That would really help my channel and I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video.